from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. This time we're talking to the Director of Operations at the Bartlesville Chamber of Commerce. It's Kenzie Froebe about Christmas in the Ville and a bunch more stuff. I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
Well, we've been invited to Fort Reno to do a little reading for the Christmas firing of the guns.
Right.
Yes, Wendy Wu at Fort Reno reached out to me and said, hey, we're doing a thing and we want you guys to be a part of it. So it looks like December the 8th, we're going to be cocked and loaded.
So I'm assuming that you're going to be doing most of the voice work, and
yes, you're just going to be
primarily carrying the bags and making sure that you arrive on time.
Right, and you'll be, passing out making sure they have all the green M&Ms and, you know what I mean? And I prefer Evian, but I'll do Fiji if I gotta. But yeah, we got that going on. I'm going to be reading some folklore. Wow.
That is awesome, and that's coming up pretty quick, though.
Yes, December the 8th, the Sunday. If y'all get a chance, come on out, say hi, for sure.
Absolutely. Brett's going to be wearing one of his new T-shirts.
One of my new T-shirts, yes. And, it's just in time for the holidays, so come hug. Let's hug.
Yeah, but you do the butt-out hug,
Well, I do
notorious.
If I use hand sanitizer, I might go all in, but, yeah, it's primarily the butt out or the side hug. But we got some more Christmas shenanigans going on up in Bartlesville. We're going to talk to Kenzie about it after this. All right, 6 goes into 7. 1 is... God, I'm so frustrated. I'm scared to death. I'm an independent contractor, and I don't want to get punched in the jimmy by the IRS.
Brett, why don't you give our buddy Justin over at the Holiday Tax Group a call? One of their specialties is tax preparation and planning. And then on top of that, if you have a run-in with the IRS, they're going to have your back.
Perfect. But how do I find them?
You can reach them at holidaytaxgroup.com. And if the independent contractor thing works out for you, they also do estate planning. So they got you back on that one as well.
Oh, thank goodness. Thanks for the advice. That's holidaytaxgroup.com. Holiday with 2 L's. All right, it's that time of year where every town in Oklahoma becomes a winter wonderland, a suburb of North Pole City. And one such town is Bartlesville, and it's that time of year. It's Christmas in the Ville. It's going down opening night, December the 6th in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. And here to tell us all about it is the Director of Operations of the Bartlesville Chamber of Commerce. It's Kenzie Froebe. Kenzie, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you guys so much for having me.
Tend you for being on. So Bartlesville, there's a lot of things going on right now.
Oh, gosh.
Least of which is Christmas in the Ville. What's happening?
Yes, so we have a ton of stuff going on in Bartlesville. So I'll just kind of go through a couple little things here. But so we have Fantasyland of Lights. If y'all have never been to that, have you ever made it down to that before?
No, we haven't, sadly.
Okay, so it is so much fun. It's put on by the Daybreak Rotary here in town, and it is so cute. It's a drive-through light display in downtown Bartlesville, and it's just great, and it's a fundraiser for them, and it's wonderful. It's always a great attraction for Bartlesville. And then, of course, Woola Rock, our claim to fame, one of our favorite places here. Woola Rock puts on their Wonderland of Lights as well, which is just wonderful, and it's breathtaking, and it's a drive-through, and I believe there's portions that walk through and drive-through as well. Of course, our Christmas parade, which is always great and a huge crowd pleaser, is December 7th. And then the Kris Kringle market is December the 14th. And so it actually coincides with one of our markets that we're doing at our event. And I'll get into that here in a little bit too. But we have a holiday market as well. It's called the Mistletoe Market. And so we are partnering with them this year, and we're doing a passport that you'll get signed at both locations. And then you'll be entered into a giveaway at the end too. So yeah, we have a ton of things going on. That's just a couple off the top of my head. There's so much going on here in Bartlesville during the holidays. We are a holiday town for sure.
Well, it sounds like Bartlesville is, again, one of those towns that just seems to always have something going on, and a lot of people may or may not be aware of it. I guess that's our job to tell them all about it. So
yeah, definitely.
So Christmas in the Ville. How long has this been going on?
So this will be our 3rd annual Christmas in the Ville, and we are so excited. We're kind of gearing up. We kick off in July, so we're in the midst of it now, and we have a small staff, so we're all heads in Christmas right now.
So what can we expect in Christmas in the Ville?
Yeah, definitely. So Christmas in the Ville, kind of just to give you guys a little bit of an overview of our event, we started this 3 years ago. As the Chamber, our main focus kind of is bringing people into Bartlesville, obviously, to support our local industry and our local shops, and then just keeping people shopping local and supporting all of our businesses, really what we stand for. And so we kind of, 3 years ago, we're sitting around at our staff meeting and thinking about how we could just really kick off a bang for that year for Shop Local and how to keep people really in our town and to bring people into our town to support our local businesses. And we kind of as a joke threw out an ice rink. And the more we looked into it, the more we kind of thought, we can do this. Why can't we do this? And so we called around and found a guy who owned some ice, and he decided that we were a good match. And so we started 3 years ago, and we are just in love with it. So it's anchored by an ice rink, and the ice rink gets a little bigger every year. We have a ton of stuff going on. So like you said, our kickoff is December 6th, and we go all the way through January 5th. And so we are open from 1 to 9 on Saturdays and Sundays and 6 to 9 on Fridays throughout that time period. Now, after school gets out, we kind of change it up a little bit just because all the little kids are out and don't have a lot to do. So we are open every day after December 20th from 1 to 9. And then on Christmas Eve, since we know that's kind of everyone has people in town, you're sick of your family by then, you want to get out of the house, you're kind of stir crazy. So we do Christmas Eve, December 24th, we are open from 1 to 5. And then on New Year's Eve, we do the same thing from 1 to 5 to kind of give people a little bit of something fun to do with their families.
So if I'm planning a trip, they're going to be different events? Are they all kind of the same thing every day? Or how do I make my calendar around it?
Of course. So we will have on our Christmas Facebook page. So definitely go follow us on Facebook as well. It's just a good way to keep up to date. And it's Christmas in the Ville on Facebook, Bartlesville Christmas in the Ville. And then our website as well is bartlesville.com. So feel free to go follow us on either one of those, like, subscribe, follow us. And I post updates all the time on what's going on. So every weekend, we try to have different characters here. So the first weekend, including the opening night, we have Frozen characters, which all the little girls love, and the little boys too, of course. We have Olaf, and then we have Anna and Elsa from the Frozen movie are always here, and they do ice skating with the kids. So that is so much fun. And then we have a couple other surprises in store too for the other weekends. And we have Mr. and Mrs. Claus come and do strolling throughout the festival. So they are always taking a little break from the North Pole because it gets a little overwhelming up there. So they want to come check out our town. And so they come down for a little bit and greet the kids and do photos and all that stuff. And then we always do carriage rides. All day, every day that we are open, our carriage is running as well. And it's a beautiful horse-drawn surrey, which is super cute, and it goes through all of downtown. And then we just kind of do different things throughout the weekends, and we always make sure to post them too, and we just do fun new things too. But those are kind of our main structures.
So, Kenzie, I stumbled across something that said something about movie nights. Is that...
Yes, I'm so sorry. I totally goofed on that. Yes, so every night after dark, we have a little drive-in movie. We call it a drive-in movie set up in front of our building, and they have little hay bales, so it's like a little drive-in theater for kids. And we have Christmas movies playing anytime after dark until our closing time for the kids and their families to come out and watch old classic Christmas movies.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Now, Brett and I do have an ongoing argument about what qualifies as a Christmas movie.
I don't want to hear it.
Since this is for kids, this might not make the cut. But Die Hard is a Christmas movie, right?
I have heard that debate so many times, and I will stay out of it between the two of you because I don't know that my opinion is relevant for it. I've actually never seen the movie.
So we won't be playing. I mean, that's, I guess the better question is, so we can't expect that to be on the rotation.
Right. Okay. We're playing more like Rudolph, and I think the Peanuts Christmas movie was on last year, and some of those really classic old Christmas movies.
But Die Hard's a classic Christmas movie, right? No, it's not. Well, it's not.
It's probably not for a family festival.
It's really not. You're exactly right, Kenzie. Or really any other Christmas movie rotation, non-family associated as well.
Right, yeah. No, we're just playing kids' Christmas movies. So basically anything family-friendly we're into supporting.
Now, you mentioned you're going to have ice skating. I noticed that you're going to be, and it's probably by the time we air this will be too late, but ice skating lessons?
Yes. So that is such an exciting thing. We kind of, the first year we brought this all about and weren't really sure necessarily what reaction we would get from the community, and kind of, it's a different thing in Oklahoma to have ice skating. And so we weren't too sure what kind of support we would have or who all would come out. And we brought ice to Oklahoma, and I swear so many professional figure skaters came out of the woodwork in Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Seriously?
Yes. And
Wow.
so we have a professional figure skater, and she is originally from Canada, but she lived in Bartlesville. She no longer does, but is gracious enough to come in and help us out again this year. And she teaches the little kids how to skate, and it has been wonderful. We have been overwhelmingly surprised by how much they can really pick up in 3 weeks. It has just been crazy. And the cutoff for that is actually November 15th. So, yeah, we're kind of coming in short on that.
Well,
We also do hockey, too. And so you can play pickup games for hockey any Saturday morning.
Game on.
Yes, yeah, it's so much fun.
I'm positive that most people around the country do not think that you can come play actual ice hockey in Oklahoma.
Exactly,
just
yeah.
on a city street or in a town square.
We have listeners
Right.
in Canada right now that are rolling over in their, I don't know what they have up there, their Zambonis. Yeah, that's crazy. So you've got a little bit of everything, and I noticed that you guys are going to, am I seeing this wrong? You guys are going to have some food trucks out there too?
Yes, so our opening night, we kind of have a lot of really fun stuff planned for opening night. We're making it a big community block party in downtown. So we're closing off the streets in front of the chamber, and we will be having food trucks, and then we're doing face painting, 3 Kids in a Cake, which is a bakery across the street from us, and they are fantastic. They are going to be doing Christmas cookie decorating for anyone who wants to do that. Mr. and Mrs. Claus will be stopping in as they kind of go through town. We're going to do a crawl all through downtown that's going to be put on by our downtown group, which will be great. And then, of course, movies in the park will still be going. We will have the Frozen characters will be here as well. So we kind of have a lot planned for that, and maybe a couple other surprises here too.
So, Kenzie, it sounds like you've got a lot going on. Again, what's the best way for people to find you? What was the website again?
Yeah, so you can go to Bartlesville.com, which is the Chamber of Commerce's website, and we'll have everything listed on there. Or you can always follow us on Facebook, too. We just kind of do a little bit more live updates on Facebook and photos from the event and stuff like that. So it's Bartlesville Christmas in the Ville on Facebook, and we'll be posting about our grand opening and all of that stuff leading up to it as well.
Okay.
And it'll be a tree lighting ceremony, too. I kind of skipped over that earlier. That's a big portion of what we're doing that night. We'll be kicking off all of our Christmas lights for the season, and so we have a big lever that we'll be pulling and turning everything on from the park street all the way over to the end of our parking lot and our big 18-foot Christmas tree.
Well, I'm glad you threw that in there, Kenzie. We can't do your job for you, but we can tell everybody what's going on up there. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Well, Kenzie, we really, really appreciate you coming on. We're doing a lot of business up in that part of the country, and we appreciate what you're doing for your community. And you got some Merry Christmas magic stuff going on. I'm just really digging it right now.
Yes, we're definitely trying to. Well, thank you guys so much for having me on and letting us just kind of share our excitement about Bartlesville and this great event and everything our community has put together for us.
All right, Harley. No, please.
Kenzie's awesome.
She's a little bundle of joy is what she is.
It's another community on the move.
I ain't mad at you.
No, I like Bartlesville. I like what they've got going on.
I kind of feel like we're on the payroll with these towns that are, east, northeast. You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like I promise they're not paying us to do this. Okay? We spin the wheel, and this is what you get. You don't throw a fit, guys.
I agree with that 100%.
And they do. They've got this whole, they just capitalize not a small town, but a community that's not in the metro that's punching it up.
I agree, and I like the teamwork that they've got going on.
Yes.
It's very similar to Claremore, where the local businesses are working together to make their community better.
Yes, and another ice skate rink going up.
Yeah.
I can't skate. I
can't
can't roller
either.
skate. I hate roller skating. I've done it twice. I don't even want to talk about it. Ice skating, I hear, is easier. Everybody that tells me that I should ice skate is because it's easy. They say it's easier than roller skating. I can't see that.
No, I don't buy it.
8 wheels versus a blade of steel? Please sell me on this one, because I don't have a clue.
I don't see it at all. Honestly, you get a little sheet of ice on the ground where you're just walking, and that's deadly to me.
I have busted my tail end more times than I would care to count, and now that I wear Crocs primarily, they don't do much for the slip and slide. Yeah. So ice skating. I just think it's a cool idea.
I think it's a cool idea. I will watch. I'll drink hot cocoa.
I'll even wave.
I'll sit on the edge where
Right.
my feet are touching the ice.
Come to us. Harley and I will be sitting there waiting to greet you as you complete your, what are they called, spins or pirouettes? I don't know what they do.
And Brett is a sharer, so you could probably have a sip of his hot cocoa.
The adults, maybe. My hot cocoa typically may have a touch of peppermint something in it. Yeah, I kind of like my hot cocoa to taste like a, what do they call it? A thin mint, but.
So there was one part of the interview that I was a little disappointed in.
Sure.
Kenzie did not agree with my movie selection for Christmas movies.
Yeah.
I was a little hurt. I was hoping I had some backup.
It was a Die Hard pass on Die Hard for the movie of the.
It was a die hard pass?
A Die Hard pass on your movie choice. I have to agree with her, though. I'm sorry. I got to agree.
That's all right.
You know, kids are exposed to so much now. I just don't know if I want to take it to that level yet. They're not ready for Die Hard. I kind of cringe when I see kids watching movies that I grew up with that I wasn't supposed to watch then. It's like, what are you thinking, parents?
That's kind of ridiculous with the addition of the internet to that equation.
Oh yeah.
I think kids are way past where you and I were at that age. So, well, we've already thrown that one out to the audience.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want a repeat of that, but I would definitely like to know what Christmas events are happening in your neck of the woods.
What do you like to do?
So we can talk about it on the show.
Is it chestnuts?
Dude, that needs to be a thing.
Chestnuts?
Yes, it's not.
Like, go
it
get
used to be huge.
A warm bag of chestnuts.
Yes.
Some real hot cocoa, not this Swiss Miss garbage that you're trying to pass off.
I agree with that.
I don't know.
Let us know. Go over to our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/OnlyinOKShow.
Yeah.
All one word. And give us a comment on this show. Let us know what you think.
All one word, but how many syllables is that?
72.
That's a lot of syllables.
Yes.
Emphasis on syllable. I don't know. Anyway, we're just burning on fumes now.
I don't know what you're doing anymore, but this has been the Only in OK show. I am Harley.
And I am Brett. Well, sorry. Sometimes you just gotta roll with it. You just never know what's gonna ski bop 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 bow out of your mouth, mom bubba. All right, I'll just do the whole thing over.
Why? I liked it. It was tight.
I think it could be tighter.
That was a great intro, Brett.
Okay,
Like
I never hear that.
for once
In 5 years. I've never heard. That's a great.
the last 5 years. It was succinct. You pronounced all the words right, and you did it the first time.
Okay, so we won't be taking that out, but will this be going on in the back end of the show? Tune in to find out. Well, we've been.
What's
you
wrong
did
with
this hand?
No. You should have just.
I know, but you did this hand thing, and This isn't for the show. This is a legitimate observation. I never know with you what a look means. I don't know how you've managed to maintain a 6-year relationship because you have this body language thing. I cannot read you at all. I've known you 15 years. I don't have any idea what you're doing unless you're saying it. Anyway, all right. Well, throughout Oklahoma, there's a ton of towns doing a ton of things for Christmas. It's like a winter wonderland in October, not October. Jiminy Christmas, where am I? I just got out of the time machine. Well, there's a ton of things to do for Christmas around why do I want to say October? God! This is staying in, but it's going to be on the blooper reel, I promise. I normally write this stuff down. All right. 3, 2, 1. Well, jeez. Okay. Here we go. That time of year where every town in Oklahoma becomes the North Pole, In one such town as Bartlesville, they've got the Ville in Bartlesville coming, or the Christmas in the Ville. Good.
Wow, dude.
Golly. I call myself a professional, but I'm wearing sweatpants, so no. Okay. Can we do it one more time, Kenzie? Are we good with one more time? Okay.